Hello, everybody. Sorry, it's so loud. Hi. So if we could try to sit down. We have a long evening, so I wanted to get us started a little bit on time, which is unusual here. So it's my honor to welcome you all to tonight's event. I'm Leila Abou-Lughod, and I'm a faculty member here in the Institute for Research on Women, Gender, and Sexuality, Anthropology Department, and a member of the faculty collective of Columbia's Center for Palestine Studies. And I've looked forward to being able to host May Masri, without doubt, the leading Palestinian woman documentary filmmaker, and now more, at Columbia for years. Really been dreaming of this, and I can hardly believe that it's finally happened. About 5 years ago, in the Center for Palestine Studies' second year, we organized a major event, which I think some of you at least remember, called Carceral Politics in Palestine and Beyond. And we had Angela Davis here, we had Judith Butler talking, and the first of what have now become 5 postdoctoral fellows that we've had at the Center for Palestine Studies. We're very proud that we've had these postdoctoral fellows and that we have this center, which is still, as my colleague Brink always says, still the first and still the only Center for Palestine Studies in a North American university. We're proud of that, and as he always says, also, we're happy to franchise if anybody else wants to start one. May Masri was supposed to come from Beirut, but couldn't make it then, and she graciously sent us some footage from some of her documentary work on, I think it was the release of Palestinian prisoners. Very moving, thrilling things. I think several of you were at that event and remember it, and I still remember the feeling of watching that. But now we're very proud to be able to offer the New York premiere of her first feature film, 3,000 Nights, and it represents a new stage in the work that she's done over the years. She always takes up and takes on very hard subjects, tough subjects, and takes them on with extraordinary poignancy and directness. She's made films about Palestinian children living in refugee camps who, as in Shatila, witnessed massacres, about children living through the Intifada in occupied West Bank, about women in the south of Lebanon who defiantly, very defiantly confronted invading Israeli soldiers and share memories of their own imprisonment and torture. Many subjects that she's taken up as well. Her filmography is very long and her reputation is international, but I won't go into it all because we have a lot more to look forward to. Everybody should turn off their cell phones. But now she's made this feature film based on a true story of a Palestinian woman raising a child in an Israeli prison. And as she says, the prison genre is usually a male genre. And now she's taken us to this experience of women, which is a very common one too. As a documentary filmmaker, I think she makes this feature film in a way that carries with it the quality of documentary cinema verite, even though it is a feature film. Prison is unfortunately something that touches most Palestinian families, but the issues at the film's center of incarceration and of Israeli detention and injustice towards Palestinians, both are of very wide interest here at Columbia, in the world too, but at Columbia, where I think over the last couple of years there's been especially strong student activism for divestment around the two issues of incarceration and Palestine. But like all her films and all great films, this is also a human story. So it's specific, but it's also broad. Now, her documentaries have won, I read, over 60 international awards, and I think this film, which is already screened in Toronto, in London, Palm Springs, Amman, Ramallah, and Geneva, and heads to Chicago next, will be receiving many of these prizes. And I had only listed 1 or 2, but on here you can see how many of the awards have already been given to this film. So the screening, for those of you who didn't read all the fine, the small print, is one of two related events, part of a major initiative of the Center for Palestine Studies that we call Palestine Cuts, a film initiative. We bring to campus Palestinian filmmakers for short residencies in which they screen their films, and then they screen a new film or a film in progress, and then do a master class, which is not a familiar term for those of us outside the arts, but it just means that May is going to be talking to us tomorrow at 6 o'clock. For those of you, I encourage you to come, about her filmmaking process, about her career, about her thoughts on this film and others. And we're incredibly privileged that Mira Nair, who is also a great friend of the Center for Palestine Studies and major filmmaker, will be in conversation with her on the theme. It's supposed to be the theme of women calling the shots, but I think the topic will be broader, but we'll get to see some clips of other films and have both of them talk about the filmmaking process. And Mira Nair apologizes for not being able to be here tonight, but she is right now in California receiving the Levin Award for directing from the San Francisco Film Society. So that's wonderful news for her too. So I encourage you all to register and come. I think it was implied that only Columbia students could come tomorrow in 612 Schermerhorn, but it is open more broadly to anybody who's really interested. And it's a rare chance to learn from two extraordinary filmmakers who are really not afraid to take on political issues and make them human and hard issues that are not always popular. Tonight, though, we have the privilege of being able to hear from May Masri herself about the film after we watch it and a little bit before. The question and answer will be led by my dear colleague, Hamid Dabashi, from the Department of Middle Eastern, South Asian, and African Studies, one of whose many, many areas of great expertise happens to be Middle East cinema and Palestinian cinema in particular. He's the editor of he's the author of many books, but he's the editor of Dreams of a Nation, a book about Palestinian cinema that he edited on the basis of a major film festival that he organized with Anne-Marie Jasser here at Columbia many years ago. And he's a key member of the Center for Palestine Studies and leading light of Palestine Cuts, since he's the expert here. So he will start the conversation with May Masri afterwards, and we'll have a microphone, and you can ask questions and talk. Before we start the screening, we'll do two things. One, first of all, I want to thank those who've co-sponsored the event and helped make it possible. And the people we asked were very eager to co-sponsor. So we have the School of the Arts, the Center for Justice, which focuses on incarceration, the Middle East Institute, and the Institute for Research on Women, Gender, and Sexuality. And they've all co-sponsored her visit. Palestine Cuts depends on the talents and the support of many. Today, student volunteers you've seen have helped with logistics and great enthusiasm despite this very busy time of the semester. And most of all, I want to thank the dedicated and inspiring staff of the Center for Palestine Studies, without whom nothing could be possible. So I thank Tamer Masoud, and a special thanks to J.J. Mitchell, who took major responsibility for this whole event, as May and I know. So I want to welcome May Masri. Thank you all for coming. And before we begin, May would like to just say a few words about the film before we screen it. So thank you all, and thank you.
Thank you, Leila. Thank you for that wonderful introduction. I'm so happy to be here for this premiere in New York. It's very special. So I'd like to thank the Center for Palestine Studies for inviting me, Leila Abulord, J.J. Mitchell, Rashid Khaldi, everyone who worked to make this possible. I want to thank, of course, my crew and cast, and the women especially who shared their experiences with me. And I'd like to thank them for entrusting me with their stories. As you know, as Leila said, this 3,000 Nights is based on a true story. So it's to them I dedicate the screening. And I'd like to invite, we're lucky to have one of the actresses of the film, Hannah Shamoun. So, Hannah, thank you very much. Enjoy the screening and hope to talk to you afterwards. Thanks.